This company is Koenigsegg. After Christian von Koenigsegg saw this cartoon, he had a dream to build the greatest super sports car the world has ever seen. So he did just that, starting with his prototype car, making this dream a reality. They call this car the CC prototype. When Koenigsegg made the CC prototype, their goal was to beat the McLaren F1. The looks of the car was inspired by two legendary cars, the McLaren F1 and the Ferrari F40. This prototype led Koenigsegg to make their first official car, and this is where companies got scared. This car had the most powerful engine in the world, reaching 240 miles per hour, officially tying the McLaren F1. Keep in mind, this was their first car. For their first car, that was insane. They call this car the CC8S. And not only was the car powerful, it was also rare. There were only 6 made, 2 of them being right-hand drive. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows for the CC8S. The cost of the car kept going up because it was handmade with expensive materials like carbon fiber, which the whole car was made out of. But at the end, they managed. Until Bugatti came out with a car even greater, the Bugatti Veyron. The Bugatti Veyron was the first car to have 1,000 horsepower and was the fastest car in the world, reaching 267 miles per hour. But Koenigsegg never backed down, continuing to innovate. After the CC8S, they made 2 modified versions of the car, the CCR and the CCX. But according to Koenigsegg, I'm wrong, because the CCX wasn't just an evolution of the CCR. It was the 3rd generation Koenigsegg, breaking records left and right. After the CCX, Koenigsegg made 8 more cars. All of them were modified versions of the CC series, and 1 was a concept car. The only 2 noteworthy cars are the CCXR because it was in a Fast and Furious movie, and the CCGT, the legendary car that was literally too good to race. And like I told you before, their passion for innovation did not stop, creating the fastest car, for now, being called the Koenigsegg Agera, which you probably recognize from the Need for Speed movie. But we'll get back to the Agera because it's a little complicated. First, we need to understand why Koenigsegg was unknown. The main reason is because of how little they made of each car. Adding up all the cars we made, only 71 cars were made, which is a very low amount. So being rare does come at a cost of being known, sometimes. After the Agera, Koenigsegg's very first mega car was made, surpassing a sports or hypercar, reaching the pinnacle of its class. But this car wasn't just the first mega car Koenigsegg made, it was the first mega car in the world, being called the Koenigsegg 1-1. That had a top speed of 273 miles per hour. Yes, I know, they beat Bugatti, but give me 1 second. The 1-1 wasn't easy to make. It took 2 years before they officially announced it. And of course, it was named the 1-1 because of its 1-to-1 power to weight ratio. Now back to the Koenigsegg Agera. There were 5 versions of the car, all unique but very similar. Some released before the 1-1 and some released after. But what you really want to know is what was the fastest version of the Agera. The fastest version of the Agera was the RS, reaching a top speed of 285 miles per hour, officially beating the Bugatti Veyron and being the fastest car in the world. So not only did Koenigsegg beat their world record with the RS, but they beat it with the 1-1. But Koenigsegg's next car would go up against the fastest car in the world, reaching 304 miles per hour, Bugatti Chiron. But why was reaching 300 miles per hour so hard? Imagine running on land versus running on water. If you wanted to run the same speed as land, you would need to try way harder in water. This is the same with the amount of wind going against cars at high speeds, being called drag. Now this is what you're really here for, the peak of Koenigsegg, with their 2 fastest cars. The first car was designed for pure performance with no setback and achieving high-speed corners with its massive rear wing, called the Koenigsegg Jesko. This beast revved to 8,500 RPMs faster than you can blink. The 𝙋𝙬 had an estimated top speed of 300 miles per hour. I have quotation marks because reaching 300 miles per hour while having a massive rear wing is very hard and unlikely. But even if it was real, it still wouldn't have been enough to beat the Bugatti Chiron with a 304 mile per hour top speed until they made the 𝙋𝙬 Absolute. This 𝙋𝙬 Absolute was built for speed and only speed. Very similar to the 𝙋𝙬, but modified for top speed. The 𝙋𝙬 Absolute reached a top speed of 310 miles an hour, officially beating the Bugatti Chiron and holding the record for the world's fastest car. But sadly, nobody, not even Koenigsegg, has tested the car because of how scary it is to drive. But I'll link a video showing why Koenigsegg has a very good chance of beating the Chiron. And that, my friends, is the story of the art of performance.